The popular myth suggests watering orchids with 3 ice cubes once a week, promoted by commercial brands as a simplified, foolproof care solution. This method claims slow melting prevents overwatering. Does science support this hack, or is it dangerous for tropical plants? Researchers at The Ohio State University and University of Georgia conducted studies testing this technique on Phalaenopsis or moth orchids. Their studies revealed no short-term negative impact on health. Ice watering proved as effective as traditional methods for maintaining orchid vitality. Temperature data showed bark media dropping to 11 cc, 51 and 8 Fe, and roots touching ice reaching approximately 4 cc. Laboratory tests indicate cellular damage did not occur until temperatures fell below -7 degrees Celsius. Short-term exposure to melting ice is insufficient to cause physiological damage. Paul Johnston of the Herb Prof cites a Journal of the American Society for Horticultural Science study. It found ice watering negatively affects neither flower count, bloom duration, leaf yield, nor root systems. He argues controlled melting prevents overwatering, a common moth orchid killer. Experts warn orchids are tropical epiphytes adapted to warm climates. Sudden, localized cold shock may interfere with metabolic processes necessary for water and nutrient uptake. Roots covered in spongy velamen tissue are sensitive. Cold exposure risks damaging these delicate cells. Ice creates localized zones of high humidity around itself, leaving other parts of the substrate dry. This contrasts with room temperature water, which penetrates evenly. Prolonged cooling of the root system can slow metabolism, leading to weakened plants and increased vulnerability to pests. Research is primarily limited to Phalaenopsis. Experts caution that results may vary for other species, such as the jewel orchid, which may have different sensitivities. Long-term implications remain under investigation. Repeated exposure to cold water could potentially stress plants over time. Experts widely recommend mimicking natural rainfall using the soak and dry method. Remove the orchid from its decorative pot and submerge the plastic nursery pot in room temperature water for 15 to 20 minutes. Allow all excess water to drain completely to prevent root rot. Water again only when roots appear silvery grey and the medium feels dry. This typically occurs every 7 to 10 days depending on the environment. Using a moisture meter is recommended to scientifically determine when the plant needs water, reducing guesswork. Use room temperature or slightly tepid water, ideally filtered, distilled, or rainwater to avoid salt buildup. If fertilizing, use specialized orchid formulas diluted 2 to 4 times. Practice dead watering with plain water after feeding to flush harmful salt residues from the substrate. If using ice cubes, place 3 on the bark or sphagnum substrate surface once a week. Avoid contact with leaves or aerial roots to prevent damage. Use clean, fresh ice from filtered water without additives. Adjust quantity based on pot size and room temperature conditions. Maintain humidity by misting leaves and aerial roots with warm water in the morning to support cleanliness and freshness. Never mist flowers, as moisture leads to rot. Use humidity trays with wet pebbles or household humidifiers to create a stable environment without overwatering roots. Cold damage symptoms include black or soft leaves, stems and roots. Plants may wilt due to disrupted water transport, drop flowers prematurely, or show brown spots. Healthy roots are firm and green or white, while damaged roots turn brown and mushy, indicating cellular failure. To recover, move the orchid to a spot with indirect light. Sterilize scissors and trim black or soft tissue. Reduce watering until new growth appears. Apply diluted fertilizer after recovery. Cymbidium orchids tolerate temperatures down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, unlike sensitive Phalaenopsis varieties. Experts conclude ice watering is viable for Phalaenopsis, but not ideal. Professional growers view it as a stopgap measure for beginners. Tailor care to your specific species and environmental conditions with continuous observation of the plant's response for the best long-term health and blooming.